This morning, rap mogul JayZ is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
A lawsuit initially filed against Combs in October was amended on Sunday to also include JayZ. The plaintiff, referred to as Jane Doe, alleges that she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after-party in 2000.
A blistering statement. JayZ accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, These
actions are so horrific that I strongly urge you to file a criminal complaint instead of a civil one. Anyone capable of committing such a crime against a minor deserves to be imprisoned. Would you not agree?" He continued. "My only sorrow is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit down with our children, one of whom is at an age where friends may see the media coverage and ask about the nature of these allegations, forcing us to explain the cruelty and greed of people." Now joining us is
Joey Jackson's a legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from JayZ, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see
morning.
you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But
to the extent that he's suggesting a criminal pursuit, that could be a real possibility. Why do I say that? Because in New York, what's being alleged here involves forcible compulsion. In simple terms, this means she's claiming that he physically restrained her and raped her, which is the essence of the accusation. The same allegation is made against Mr. Combs. If these facts are accurate, they would warrant an investigation by prosecutors. And if they are true, a criminal case could be pursued. Now, regarding the evidence, yes, this incident took place over 24 years ago, but there are some key elements in the allegations. For one, it's claimed that another celebrity was present at the time.
right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and we'll see what happens if the DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
What happens now is that this is currently just a civil complaint, which follows the legal process for such cases. The key difference between civil and criminal cases, Jessica, is that a civil case seeks monetary compensation, whereas criminal cases are focused on legal penalties. In this instance, the allegation is that the 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and other emotional distress. So the process now moves to fact-finding. Before this, however, a demand letter was sent. A demand letter is essentially a communication from a lawyer proposing, we don't have to go to court, we can try mediation, and if we come to an agreement, we won't need to proceed further. Jay, however, has dismissed the demand letter, calling it blackmail. He's essentially saying, if you want to sue me, go ahead. If you want to pursue this criminally, do so. If a trial becomes necessary to determine the facts, the case will proceed to the fact-finding process, but it will remain a civil matter. At this point, there's no indication that a criminal investigation will be launched as a result. JayZ has strongly denied these allegations, specifically targeting the attorney, accusing him of being greedy and claiming the demand letter is essentially blackmail. Additionally, JayZ is suing the attorney, alleging intimidation and harassment. Demand letters, while not uncommon, are typically sent by lawyers as part of standard protocol to expedite the process. However, lawyers are bound by ethical standards, and they must have a good faith belief that the claims are valid. The complaint was filed in October, but JayZ's name was only added later. This raises questions. Are the factual claims legitimate, or is this just an attempt to extort money? All of these issues will be resolved in court. However, according to JayZ, these allegations are completely false. He insists they are a fabrication. He believes it's an attempt to extort money, and he is fighting to protect his name. reputation, and innocence, claiming he had no involvement in the situation. And you raised an important point I wanted to ask you about, which is that this is an amendment to an already existing lawsuit. What should people take from that? The fact that they've now added JayZ's name specifically. Well, Jessica, as you know, lawsuits can be amended, and it's common to include additional factual allegations. What stands out to me regarding your question is the timing. If this information about JayZ was available earlier, since the incident allegedly occurred in September of 2000, why was his name added now? Why wasn't this information included in the original complaint? What happened between October and now that made it necessary to add it? This raises questions about credibility. Was JayZ a public figure, as mentioned in the October complaint, or is this all just a fabrication? What's also interesting in the complaint is how the lawyer tries to link JayZ to Mr. Combs in several ways. The argument seems to be birds of a feather, but to make that claim, you need solid facts to back it up. Let's see if they can provide. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks, Julie Jackson.